adventure, sports, outdoors. With host Harry Canterbury.
There I was, back in the wild again, and I felt right at home where I belong. I had that feeling coming over me again, just like it happened so many times before.
Hi, Harry Canterbury with another edition of Adventure Sports Outdoors. I'm here with Trent Lawrence at the Tremont Sportsman's Club in Tremont, Illinois. Trent is a certified licensed NRA instructor and teaches concealed carry amongst many other things, rifle, pistol training, and all sorts of things. He's also a safety man on the shooting lines when you come out here to shoot. We're going to talk today about concealed carry, where you can carry it, how you can carry it, and when can you use lethal force to protect yourself. And we're going to have an interesting show right here at the Tremont Sportsman's Club in Tremont, Illinois.
Adventure Sports Outdoors, brought to you in part by Conceal Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products, buyers of standing timber in Smithfield, Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway. Michael O'Brien Commercial Real Estate and Recreational Ground, Remax Unlimited Commercial. Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily. And by Allwyn & Sons Meat Company. Our thanks to all of these sponsors.
Boy, it's a nice hot day. Finally, summer came. And hey, she is showing her colors. It's about 90 degrees and 100% humidity, but it sure beats that cold weather we had last year. I'm here with Trent Lawrence, and like I said, Trent is a certified NRA instructor. And we're going to talk about stuff that people want to know, where they can carry the gun, you know, how to carry it. Those are probably the two most important things that people, they want to know about that. They want to know where they can take the gun. Tell me the places, and I know you know them, where you can't take a weapon into.
Every place that is posted that people need to worry about are going to have a sign except for big open public spaces. Those aren't going to have signs. And some of those, obviously, schoolyards, we have public transportation, city buses, any sort of transportation is supported by public
buses,
funds.
trains, airplanes.
Airplanes, yes.
Right.
Public gatherings like the Tremont Turkey Festival, the Pekin Marigold Festival, those are off limits. Can't carry on those. There won't be any signs to warn you. You have to know. Public parks, some of them have signs, some of them don't. Most of them don't. You're not allowed to carry a gun into a public park or a playground. Libraries and zoos are typically buildings, so they're going to be posted. Parades would be another public gathering that you wouldn't be allowed to carry along that parade route while that parade is going on. So, the full list, we have schools, government buildings, correctional facilities, hospitals and their affiliates, such as nursing homes, public transportation, public gatherings. We have public parks, playgrounds, and park athletic facilities, like the Pekin Park skating rink, the track there to run on. College and university grounds, unless it's authorized by the college. They have the right to say for their sporting teams, guns are allowed here, but everywhere else it's not. You have to follow the college's rules at that point. Gambling facilities. Paradise is off limits. It should be posted. Stadiums and arenas and sporting events. Any sort of football game or hockey game, soccer game, those are all off limits. Public libraries, airports, amusement parks, zoos and museums, and nuclear sites.
Of course, we had a unfortunate incident in East Peoria last week where a man went in and shot his ex-wife and her new boyfriend, and then was shot by a off-duty FBI agent.
Yeah.
And who has been acclaimed by the East Peoria Police Department as a hero because he could have shot and could have been a mass killing there.
Right, yeah.
So in that particular instance, if myself or you or someone else, we could have been in there with a gun and done the same thing and been legal, is that correct?
As long as it wasn't posted. In Illinois, you have the right to use lethal force to stop the commission of a forcible felony, which murder or attempted murder is on the forcible felony list. So if you're witnessing a forcible felony, you can choose. You're not required to, but you can choose to intervene on that. It's not always a good idea. Sometimes the best idea is to get away, call the authorities, get them in there.
Well, hey, we're going to, there's a lot of questions, a lot of things to talk about on this concealed carry. And we're going to, Trent's going to show us where you can put the gun. You can carry it on your ankle, you can carry it on your waist, you can carry it on a fanny pack, you can carry it just virtually anywhere as long as it is concealed. So Trent's going to show us some of the ways to do so. And I brought my gun, and I carry my gun in a fanny pack. And I also carry it. And you got, yep, there you go. And in the summertime, I wore this loose shirt here. In the summertime, it's really hard to carry a concealed weapon. But the way you're carrying that, that's a thin gun, so we're going to talk about that. So, hey, we're going to go over and take a look at some of the holsters that are available to the public.
Hi, I'm Dave Barth with your Sportsman's Tip of the Week. Concealed carry has finally passed, so now's the time to decide if you want a semi-automatic or revolver. And here's some examples of some semi-automatics. Here's a Kimber 1911 Ultra Carry. If you want something a little smaller, we have a Ruger LC9. Jump up to the Car 9mm here, a little smaller. A Car 380 and a Taurus 380. Here's a Smith & Wesson. It's a model 637. It has a concealed hammer. It's a performance center gun. It has a nice action. Right below that, we have a 642 with a concealed hammer. And then in the Taurus line, a 38 Special with a concealed hammer. Right below that is a 22 Ultra Lightweight. And for the lady in your life, we have a Smith & Wesson 637 stainless steel with pink grips. To go along with concealed carry, you need some type of a holster. Here is a fanny pack. It comes with the waist strap. We have a standard belt holster in Cordura nylon, a pancake holster in leather. Inside the pant holsters are a nice choice. It conceals the pistol pretty well. They make shoulder holsters and ankle holsters. Any of those holsters would be a fine choice depending on how you'd like to carry your pistol. I'm Dave Barth with your Sportsman's Tip of the Week.
Hey, we are here with Trent Lawrence, and he's going to show us some of the places that you can hide a gun and nobody will know you got it. You've got one on right now, and where's it at?
I have a Glock 19 in the hollow behind my hip. Behind your hip bone, there's just a kind of a nice hollow area where you can fit, a firearm in there. This is a inside waistband holster for a Glock 19. This is a Blade Tech Nano, very comfortable. I wear this gun with this holster all day long, and I forget that I'm wearing it.
That's all right.
Now, what we've got in the case here is various types of holsters. We have a purse here, which I recently got from the NRA store.
So this gun, this purse is specifically made to carry a firearm then.
Oh yeah, yep.
And your wife, she showed us where it's at. It's in here. Zip that down.
That flap comes all the way down.
Take her all the way down, and we have a Walther.
PK 380.
Yep, and that's a very, very light gun.
Yeah, very light.
Yep. I mean, that is real light. But that gun fits very nicely in a woman's purse, especially this one.
This purse will fit any small frame revolver or small frame semi-auto handgun. So.
Now, what do we got here?
That is a Ruger SP101, and this is in a Bianchi holster. So it's called a pancake holster. Once you remove the firearm, the holster flattens down. And when you get one of these, you want to put the gun in it and keep it in there for a few days so that the leather can form to the shape of the gun. It's a very secure fit. This particular model covers the trigger completely. Some revolver holsters don't. They leave the trigger open. And the logic behind that is the holster is holding the cylinder, so no matter what, it can't spin and fire. But
and that's a double action, correct?
Yeah.
That is a double action.
This is another example of a holster. This one, it looks bigger and more complex, but this is basically a half shell. This is a Springfield Armory 1911. The outer portion of it is basically molded to the shape of the gun. The inside is nice and flat and smooth. And this keeps, hard parts from pushing into your soft parts and wearing you out over the day. Very, very comfortable to wear, but a little bit bigger. It does sit fairly flat. So if you're a big enough person to get away with carrying a full-size gun, then it's definitely an option. This is much easier to get away with in the wintertime, where you don't have the great big handles printing out and stuff. So different options there.
No, I was just going to show what I carry. And the reason I do this is because that's why I've got this baggy shirt on. This is perfect for summer attire, if you're going to carry a gun, if you have a shirt like that. But the ladies can carry them in their purse, and the guys can carry them in a fanny pack. And this fanny pack here is manufactured specifically for carrying a gun. And you lay your gun in here. And I was going to show you one other thing that I have on. This is not one thing I recommend. I've got some tight blue jeans on, but this is what you call the ankle holster. And I don't recommend it unless you have baggy pants, because this gun right here, in the event that you need to get to it quickly, there's too many things that you have to do. You've got to pull that out, then pull your gun, and the party could be over before you get your gun out. It's really, you don't recommend that either, do you, Trent?
No, not at all. No.
These are the targets that they use that you need to qualify when you shoot concealed carry. And Trent's going to shoot a gun and show us how it's done. You shoot 5, 7, and 10 yards. And the whole idea is to get all of your rounds within inside of this target. This is the body mass, and this is where you always shoot when you discharge your firearm. So we're going to let Trent show you how it's done.
All right, during the concealed carry qualification shoot, you have to shoot from 5, 7, and 10 yards. And you have to get 70% of your shots within the scoring area of the target. And the scoring area of the target is where the numbers are, the 7, 8, 9, and 10. The rest of the target doesn't count. So if you get a headshot, good shooting, but doesn't count for your score. We're going to go ahead and do some shooting here, so time for ears. Tell I'm nervous because I threw a couple out. Never been filmed shooting before. All right, now we're moving out to 7 yards. I've already dropped 1 point, which, my bad. See if I can keep from doing that again.
Pretty good shooting.
All right, we're moving out to 10 yards now. This is the furthest you have to shoot on your concealed carry shoot, on your qualification. And if you manage to get all 20 of the previous shots on target, you really only have to get 1 at this distance. I'm going to try to not lose any more points because I already biffed and lost 1. So let's see how we do.
Let's go down and see how good he is. I hate to, this guy's good. I'm not that good. Well, you got almost everything, and I know you had one over here when you shot earlier, but that group is as good as it gets. I've never seen too many people shoot as good as you have right there. That's really good.
When you are drawing a firearm from concealment, the first thing you want to do is move your cover garment out of the way of the gun so that you can get what's called a master grip on that firearm. It's called a master grip because it doesn't change. Once you pull the gun out, you can't exactly shift your hand around. So we establish a master grip on the firearm, pull straight up, and we drop our elbow and our shoulder down to present the firearm in front. This is actually a point that you can shoot from retention. Once you're here, the next point is to join your hands together, keeping the trigger finger off of the trigger, and then you extend the gun straight out. What this does is it helps you naturally point the firearm at your target, so you don't need to even rely on the sights. Everybody is used to pointing at things, and we do it very accurately. Really, all you're doing is you're pointing at what you want to hit. Once you are out there, then you can move the finger to the trigger and fire the gun. So I'm going to do a demonstration of retention shooting from the draw, and we'll see what happens. Okay, if the attacker is up close and personal, you don't have time to aim, you don't need to aim. What I'm going to do here is a retention shooting drill. The attacker is advancing and I need to get my firearm on target as fast as possible and shoot them to defend myself. So.
Trent can really shoot a gun. I was really impressed with his marksmanship. You know, concealed carry's been around for about 6 months, and it's a great thing, but it's also a responsibility. It's something that you have got to be responsible about. Carrying a lethal weapon on your person is not a kid's game. It's to protect you and your family. Unfortunately, here in Central Illinois, about 2 weeks ago, we had an incident where a man went into a restaurant, a bar, shot his ex-wife and her friend, and then was killed by an off-duty FBI agent. A very sad, terrible event. But you never know when things bad can happen at a place where it's just an innocent event. So be careful out there if you do carry a gun. And now we're going to go to Lake Evergreen, one of my favorite places to fish, near Bloomington, Illinois, with some guys that just love the fishing for crappies. So stay tuned for this next scene.
9, 16, so I think we ought to be, I mean, there's some at 9, 13. My name is Keith Lively. I'm from Washburn, Illinois, and we're here at Lake Evergreen. We're having a HOI Crappie Club tournament today, and we're having fun out here with Harry Canterbury. Still there, oh say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Mike, how many you got? 3. Holy cow, you're smoking it. How many you got? 0.
Take a look at it.
I got a fish, I think. I'm gonna swing her around the side of the boat here.
Well, hey, it's better than nothing. Pretty good one.
I was looking for crappie, but
Take a look at it. Well, that's a fish.
It's better than nothing.
That's right.
Better than nothing.
I'm going back with him.
My brother and I, Alan, we belong to the HOI Crappie Club. It's a club that there are no dues or anything like that. It's just let's go out fishing once a month. We go to various lakes across the area. We've been to Banner Marsh, we've been to Spring Lake, we've been to Lake Dawson, Evergreen. We just fish around. We have a bunch of people that just like to come and enjoy the time, put a few dollars in the pot, and at the end of the day, whoever's got the biggest fish and the heaviest weight of 7 fish weighed, it's a fun Saturday that we have.
When I was a kid learning how to fish, I had a cane pole and a can of worms, and I was down at Spring Lake at the drainage, and I'd catch 15 or 20 bluegills with a hook and a worm. I thought I was in heaven. I'll never forget those great days. Now today there's a great industry in fishing. You can buy $1,000 reels, $1,000 rods. You can buy $100,000 boats just to go fishing. But you don't need to spend that kind of money to enjoy a great sport. And Bob Park now is going to show you what you can get for just a little bit of nothing.
Hi, this is Bob Park of Raptor Premium Spinnerbaits, and we're going to touch on just what you need to go fishing this year. Fishing season's upon us. It's in full swing. Guys are catching fish at all the local lakes. I'm going to just talk about the basics of what you need to in the way of rods, reels, and gear so that you can go fishing. You shouldn't need to spend any more than, say, $100. Get the old push button type reel that we all grew up with. This is a Zebco 33. Everybody's familiar with one of these. Bait cast reels for you guys that are a little bit more adept at fishing. This is a spinning reel combination. Again, this is a little higher price model, but you can get a really good functional spinning rod and reel for about $30 to $35. You'll need something to carry your gear in. A tackle bag like this. This is a soft bag. They make them in the hard type bags. Now, as far as lures go, my favorites, of course, are the spinner baits. This is a buzz bait. This is a spinner bait, double willow. These are both Raptor premium spinner baits that I make. They run about $7 a piece. You don't have to spend that much money on them. You can buy a good quality spinner bait at about any bait shop or Walmart, anywhere, for in the $3 range. This type of lure is a fat-bodied crankbait lure. It's a shallow diver, square lip. A lot of guys are very familiar with these. Now there's that bunch of you guys out there that are die-hard pan fishermen. You like to go after your bluegills and you like to go after your crappies, and nobody likes catching them any more than I do. All you need there is a rod and reel, some line, some simple hooks, floats much like these. You all remember the old style bobbers. These are your more modern stick floats. You can buy these for pennies on the dollar. Nothing catches crappies and bluegills better than crickets. Get yourself a cricket container. Fishing line. This fishing line is a braided line. It's what you'll hear them called super lines. You can buy a spool of monofilament line that's going to suit your needs for pan fishing or anything for about $2.50. And that's going to give you enough to fill your reel half a dozen times. The last thing, every fisherman needs a good pair of polarized sunglasses. The choice of those brands, styles, and everything is up to you. I prefer the wraparound type that seal off all of the light so that you're looking just through the sunglasses. You'll be able to see into the water and see your fish and see what you're fishing for much better. So in conclusion, you don't have to spend a lot of money on fishing gear. A guy can outfit himself for any type of species he wants for $100 or less. Take a kid fishing. They're the future of our sport. Everybody enjoys fishing, and it's like the old saying goes, even a day on the lake with bad fishing is better than any day at work. This is Bob Park from Raptor Premium Spinnerbaits, wishing you good luck and good fishing, and we'll see you next time.
Adventure Sports Outdoors, brought to you in part by Conceal Lumber, manufacturers of quality hardwood products, buyers of standing timber in Smithfield, Central Pool Supply, everything from pools to pool tables and much more in Peoria on West Pioneer Parkway.
Michael O'Brien Commercial Real Estate and Recreational Ground, Remax Unlimited Commercial.
Kelleher's Irish Pub and Eatery, located on Peoria's riverfront, open 11 a.m. daily. And by Allwyn & Sons Meat Company. Our thanks to all of these sponsors.
I got the ball. Yeah. You want this ball? You want it? Okay, there you go. There. Go on. Go ahead. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to give you a taste of what we're going to do next month on the Illinois River. Got a nice song, too, about the Illinois River. It's a great place to recreate. I take my grandkids out there, and we go swimming and just boat up and enjoy the beautiful scenery. We're going to do some barges, and we'll also try to get a ride on the Spirit of Peoria, the paddle wheeler that's docked at the foot of Main Street. So we'll see you next month.
These empties, Lord, as soon as I find where they lay, tied off them jolly and leaving mines on a long hot summer day. And for every day I'm working on the Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. Oh, towboat picking up barges on a long hot summer day. A gal in Pekin, she's a good old gal, okay. Oh, she's sitting there waiting by a window fan on a long hot summer day. For every day I'm working on the Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. Oh, towboat picking up barges on a long hot summer day. Well, last night we had pork for supper, chicken consomme and a fruit jar full of iced tea on a long hot summer day. And for every day I'm working on the Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. Oh, towboat picking up barges on a long hot summer day. Yesterday, gonna get off down in Auden on a long hot summer day.